What's going on? What's going on? What's happening, fellas? Let's get right into it. I had a Instagram follow who is a subscriber on my YouTube channel. He sent me a DM on Instagram and he told me every time he links up with a girl and he gets her phone number or her IG page and they start talking on Instagram, these women always ghost him. You know, he can't figure it out. So I thought this video would be appropriate and I want to help you guys and give you guys some tips today on how to attract women on Instagram. All right. So one thing that you must understand, and not just about social media and Instagram, but just about life, period, fellas. Perception is everything. All right. Perception is pretty much reality in most people's heads. Now, I know that the perception that you give off sometimes does not equally equate to who you really are as a person. You know, sometimes judging a book by its cover, you can be wrong at this. And, you know, sometimes you got to get to know people before you can actually figure out what they're about. But for the most part, judging a book by its cover is actually a wise thing. Okay, it's something that you probably should do most of the times in your life. All right, and the reason why is because sometimes it's not hard to tell what somebody's about based on how they portray themselves and the initial appearance of that person. Okay, but when it comes to social media, fellas, one thing you have to understand, the reason why I led off with that is because perception is everything when it comes to attracting women on social media. And this is very prevalent on dating apps as well. You know, I don't know what dating apps you guys use. I know there's Hinge out there, Tinder, Bumble, all these dating apps. So when you're trying to attract women on social media, the perception and the persona that you give off initially, it's going to matter a lot. I want to say that's probably about 90% of the battle. When a woman looks on your social media page, all right, if she's interested in you, 100 times out of 100, she is going to check out your social media page. All right, now the problem with this is a lot of guys don't set up their social media page appropriately for when it comes to dating. Now, there's many reasons why you can use Instagram and social media. Like for myself, I use it for business and networking purposes. I don't really classify Instagram as a dating app, but a lot of you guys do. This is a place where a lot of you guys meet women. And these women that you're meeting on social media, if you don't give off the right persona for her from the initial time that she looks at your page, 9 times out of 10, she's either going to give you the runaround or she's going to ghost you. Like I said, the initial persona that you give off to that woman is going to determine whether or not she's going to want to deal with you or not. I give you an example. Let's say a woman goes on your social media page and you have nothing but pictures and videos about you in the gym. That's all you have. Like, even though you have a life, you probably have a pretty fun, adventurous life. The only thing you post on social media is your gym pictures. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the true nature of the game and the true fact. 9 times out of 10, the woman that's interacting with you on social media or the woman that you met on social media, she probably thinks you're hot. She's probably attracted to you. But usually she's going to assume that all you do is go to the gym and you don't have a life. All right, you can be the best, most fun guy. You can be going on trips every other weekend. But if you're not showing this, and I'm not talking about like showing off, I'm just talking about presenting it to your Instagram followers and friends or whatever you want to call it. If you're not doing that, who's going to know? Nobody's going to know what type of life you live. All right, so this is the truth, bro. Women want to have fun. All right, women want to have an enjoyable experience. When a woman meets a man, she's ultimately entering his frame. So she wants to know if she's going to have a good time. She wants to know if it's going to be a thrill. She wants to know if she's going to have fun. And if from her looking at your page, it does not signify fun, she's going to ghost you guys. And this is not all women, but this is most women. All right, most women are not going to give you the time of day if you look boring. All right, so there's a couple things you can do. Now, when you're promoting yourself and you're portraying yourself on social media, you don't have to have thousands or hundreds of pictures of you at the beach and you on trips and you at the club and you buy your car and all this stuff. It's very simple, guys, okay? Like I said, I don't use social media for dating. I used to, but I don't anymore. But I've seen the guys who are the most successful with women, they don't even have a lot of pictures and videos on their page, guys. They probably have about 5 to 6 pictures. maybe a couple Instagram reels. These 5 to 6 pictures definitely show a woman that they will have an enjoyable time with that man. All right, you can be real simple with this. Let's say you put 5 to 6 pictures up. All right, you want one picture of you in the gym. All right, maybe you in the gym by yourself, or you in the gym doing a machine, or you flexing with your homeboys or whatever. You want to show that you work out. And it's probably obvious that you work out by your physique, but you want to show that you actually in the gym. You know, you take care of yourself, and it's part of your lifestyle. All right, women love that. Obviously, women love men that are in great shape. Women love men who take care of themselves. Another type of picture you want on there is something fun. Okay, so you doing something fun. And I don't know what fun to you is. Maybe it's rock climbing. Maybe it's archery. Maybe it's horseback riding. Maybe it's going shooting at the shooting range. Some type of masculine fun. Okay, because what that's going to show a woman is you're not just this boring dude. You actually get out into the world and you have fun. All right. Another type of picture you want to put up is you with other people. Okay, typically those other people smiling or looking like they're having a good time. What this shows the woman is social proof. The fact that you can attract good people. You can attract friends. You're not like this like emo loner type dude that you don't talk to people. You actually get out and you have a network. Okay, like I said, women want to get inside your frame for the most part. So she wants to know, okay, if I'm around this guy, I'm going to be able to meet these cool people. I'm going to be able to having an enjoyable experience. All right, we're not just going to be in the house watching Netflix every day. We're actually going to get out and have a good time, and not just us, but around other people. This guy's a sociable guy. He's a likable guy. This is what women think when they see you with other people. All right. Another type of picture you want to have up is something like mysterious. Okay, something that people can't really figure out from the first time them looking at your picture. A picture that makes them think. You know, you can have a picture like you standing by like a big body of water, you know, like your silhouette, you know, by a big body of water, you know, something mysterious, something kind of, you know, seductive almost, I want to say. All right, maybe it can be you standing there, you at the zoo or at some exhibit or something, you standing next to a tiger, you know, with some like off look pose or something like that. All right, guys, you got to understand, man, because I see a lot of people, they complain about, you know, women ditching them or women blocking them or rejecting them or ghosting them on social media. Fellas, you got to understand how you look on your page is a big deal. Now, if you don't care about getting women on social media, this ain't for you. But if you want to be more successful with getting women on social media, you got to understand these things, fellas. All right. Like I said, you don't need a lot of content if you're using Instagram as a dating app. You just need a few good, nice, high quality pictures that show that you live an exciting lifestyle. Now I hear people talking about faking it till you make it, you know, posing next to cars that ain't yours, or, you know, going stand in front of a nice, you know, luxurious building, acting like it's your house or something. Bro, you ain't got to do that. Be authentic, okay? Because at some point that woman's going to find out that that's not your lifestyle. Okay, but be authentic. So when you go out and you do fun stuff or you hanging around great people, snap pictures, all right, for your dating profile, for your Instagram page if you use Instagram as a dating profile. The thing you guys got to understand about Instagram and you know, interacting with women on Instagram is when women are on Instagram, bro, you got to understand women nowadays, especially because of Instagram, most of these women have overinflated egos. Okay, so this is something you guys gotta get to. If a woman rejects you on social media and it's obvious that you're way out of that woman's league, and nothing against women, but you could tell that she's average, like she's just an average chick, and you a top tier man, you know, you in the top 1%, you doing your thing. But let's say you're not even. Let's say you just a regular dude, but this chick is rejecting you. One, you just may not be attractive to her. All right, just leave it at that, okay? But there are a lot of times where women, bro, like I said to you guys before in another one of my previous videos, women get so much attention on social media, bro. So much. So if you're not standing out, this goes back to you projecting on your page that you are a fun, interesting guy. Because if you're not, I don't care, bro. I don't care how interesting you may actually be, okay? You are literally competing with all the other dudes in her DM. I'm not talking about actively competing, but you're in that bucket of men who she needs to choose from. And women always choose their best option. They always choose what's best for them at the time. All right, so if she's looking for like this bad boy type of dude who she's gonna have a thrill with, and you're not projecting that, but it's other dudes that are, you're gonna lose to these guys. Okay, if she wants a husband type material, okay, and she's talking to a bunch of dudes that are husband type material, or at least they project that on social media, and you don't project that image or that persona, you're gonna lose to those guys. It's simple as that. Like, you just got to think about it on the contrary. If you're looking for a wifey type and you got 3 girls you talking to on social media, and then by their pictures and the way they present themselves, one of them looks like a thought, one of them looks like wifey, and then one of them looks like just like some chick that you would probably friend zone. And if you're looking for a wife, you're going to choose the girl who dresses modestly, who doesn't take provocative pictures, who actually looks like she can be wifey material. She's not going out on girls' night outs and all these girls' trips and stuff. That's the one you're going to pick. Same things for women. They pick their best options. What's most suitable for them at the time for what they're looking for. All right, guys. So you have to understand, some of you guys are catching these women at the wrong time. Like, you going after like younger girls who are still in their party days, but you look like husband type material. You look boring to her. You probably not boring, but to her you're boring. She's gonna skip past you. She's gonna swipe left or right or up or down or wherever they swipe when they reject you. Okay, and she may even talk to you just to feel you out a little bit. But if you're not like exciting her initially, if she doesn't think you're fun, you're gonna either have to deal with being rejected, or you're gonna have to put in a lot of work. All right, and I'm talking about like your mouthpiece. All right, bunch of text game. Okay, so another thing you need to do to attract women on social media, guys, is one thing you got to understand is women are forensic specialists, okay, especially on social media. All right, women do a lot of research on guys that they're interested in. All right, they check out your page, they check out who you're following, check out who's following you. One mistake you don't want to make, guys, is you don't want to be following a bunch of IG models and IG thoughts. Okay, and the reason why is because that is one of the quickest ways to turn off a woman. Maybe if it's another thought you're talking to, she probably ain't gonna care. But if you're talking to a high quality woman, or a woman that has some type of morals or standings about her, and she sees that you're following a bunch of IG models and Instagram thoughts and OnlyFans girls, she's probably not gonna give you the time of day. Okay, because all you're showing her is this, you're just some beta male who just scrolling on social media. You don't have a life, and the only females you really get to see is those chicks you following. It may not be a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to women. I promise you will not believe how many women I've asked, and they told me that they immediately get unattracted to a guy, not physically, but they don't give the guy the time of day. As far as guys who do this, you know, you follow 100 people, and 90 of those people are Instagram models. All right, you just look like a simp, straight up. All right, especially if these girls got OnlyFans page, she's gonna think that you're paying for these OnlyFans, even though you're not, even though you probably just like looking at beautiful women. You know, that's not how women think. You know, they think you're really into stuff like that. All right, so unfollow the IG models and the Instagram thoughts. Unfollow those girls if you really want to up your game up with attracting women on social media. You should only be following either people you know, or people you aspire to be like, or motivation, or things like that. Okay, because like I said, women definitely check not just who's following you, because I don't think that's really a big deal. Sometimes, unless your page is private, you can't really control who's following you, but you definitely can control who you're following, because that's intentional. Okay, so I think that's more of a bigger deal than who's actually following you. Okay, but if you're following high class people, people with morals, people with values, you know, you're following actually substantial pages, all right, then it's a better chance she's not going to reject you. Another thing, something you guys probably have never heard or talked about, if you're one of those guys who are trolling other people on social media, that can actually backfire for you, because when you start following the chick on social media and she starts following you, there are popular posts, like posts on your Explore page, or mutual pages that both of you guys follow, or mutual pages that both of you guys see. And if you're one of those guys who be commenting, like troll commenting on people's pages and hating and making hate comments, that girl's gonna see it. Because I don't know if you know, if you're following somebody on social media and they're following you and they're scrolling through their explore page, they can see whether or not you liked or commented on that page, because it's gonna come up first. All right, on the feed. Like, it's gonna highlight your comment or your like on that picture or on that video. So like, if, let's say for instance, the girl who you're talking to, she's scrolling on social media and somebody posts something and you wrote a hate comment or you're trolling, she's gonna see that. All right. And I don't think that's going to turn her on or make her look at you as a high value man. She's going to look at you as a troll. And gossiping and hating, it's a very unattractive trait for men, you know, when women are trying to vet you out and see if you're the right guy for her. Okay, so that's a big no-go. I mean, you shouldn't even be doing that simply because of the type of man you are. But if you definitely want to turn a woman off or get her to reject you, go ahead and keep trolling, bro. I like, nobody who watches my channel should be trolling. Okay, none of you guys should be trolling. You should be on your purpose. You should be trying to be the best version of yourself, so you don't have time to troll other men. Straight up. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But the biggest thing is your perception, guys. The perception that you give off on social media, that's gonna make the biggest difference. Okay, the biggest difference. Like, I see some guys who complain about women rejecting them or ghosting them on social media. Then I go on a guy's social media page and I'm like, bro, no diddy. But if I was a girl, I probably would reject you too, G. Like, you look boring. You look so boring. And women, they go off of what they see most of the time when they come to social media. And if you look boring, bro, she's gonna keep on swiping, G. That's just what it is. That's just and it's really women's hypergamous nature to do that. You know, they're looking for their best option, you know. So at different stages in women's life, they look for different things. Like, typically, not all the time, okay, all police don't come for me, but typically when women are younger, they look for more excitement, they look for more of a thrill. So it's usually, typically, they're looking for a bad boy type, you know. So if you're not portraying that, if you look like real wholesome, you know, you got your stuff too much together, she probably gonna keep on swiping. But if you portray a bad boy, you're probably gonna get her. Same works on the opposite side. Most times, not all police, not all, most times older women are looking for more stability and husband type material. This is not always the case, but this is usually how it works. So if you portray it as a bad boy, you got guns and middle fingers up and you and your homeboys out doing dirtbag stuff, you're not going to attract that older woman who's looking for more stability. Okay, you'll probably do better with the younger girl who's looking for a little bit more excitement and danger in her life. All right, fellas. So attracting women on social media is not hard, to be honest with you. Like I said, the perception is like 90% of it. The rest, you got to run games, set up dates and all this stuff. And that's pretty easy once the girl is attracted to you. All right, fellas. So it's your boy, KD. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Shout out to all my new subscribers. If you have more questions about this topic, go ahead and drop it in the comments or hit me up on my Instagram page. I'm going to drop my Instagram link in the description of the video. It's your boy, KD. We out of here, baby.